This is Patrick, the beer brewer from O'Hara Brewery. You're going to enjoy this video on beer brewing equipment. This is our 4th video in our series of 10 videos to help you become a better brewer. These are all of the pieces that you'll need to make your own batch of beer. First, you'll need to have a propane tank. You'll have to have a stove, lighter. I like to have a regulator on my propane tank hose that tells me if I'm going to run low or not during my brew, which you don't want to do, so I know whether to exchange my tank from the get-go or not. You also want to have a stainless steel brew kettle. This is a 30-quart stainless steel brew kettle that most brewers use to produce small batches. I'm a small batch brewer. I do 5-gallon batches at a time. So I fill up 2.5 gallons of water. It's got a brewmometer on here that tells me the temperatures that I need to bring my batches to. It also has a spigot on the other side so that I can actually take it and drain it from my kettle into my carboy. You'll need to have 1 or 2 carboys. I like the glass carboys because they're easy to clean, easy to maintain. They don't have any PVC. I keep water in them when I'm not using them because you never know when you run out of power. You can always have some extra water if you're on a well. Always want to make sure that you have a stirring spoon, stainless steel. I like to use that so that when you put your muslin bag in with your malted barley, you can keep it from burning on the bottom. I like to use a spatula, which helps to take the hops off the sides of your brew kettle itself. And as a small batch brewer, I normally buy 5-gallon batches at a time. This is a Belgian triple that I'm going to be making this weekend. It has malted barley that you take in a and you put it into a muslin bag. I normally put the muslin bag in a pitcher, pour it in there, and then you'll basically steep these grains for 20 minutes, take them out. Once I take this bag out, I normally would have up to 4 different buckets, all cleaned, all sterilized, and I'll let it drain into there so that I can pour the drainage off during the rest of my brew period. The other 2 buckets, you would use 1 for sanitizer, and then the 2 that I use for my wort chilling. I would take the wort chiller and put 1 of them in 1 bucket with ice cubes. I would take my pump that I have and put it into another bucket and fill it consistently with water and have it pump out and through my second wort chiller, which actually goes into my stainless steel where my brew batch is at. Wort chillers are great. It'll help you bring your wort down from 212 degrees, which is boil, down to 70 degrees, which is what you need to lock in your flavor, lock in your proteins and your sugars. You also want to make sure that you have a beaker and a hydrometer. Hydrometers help to measure the amount of sugar that is in your beer. It should ride really high when you take your original gravity when you first brew your beer, and then it should ride really low after 2 weeks if you're doing an ale, and that will determine the alcohol by volume. We know it as ABV. And that way you'll know what your beer is at. You also would like to, will need to have what's called a racking cane. A racking cane is basically a tube that you would put inside your carboy when you rack it after your first week of primary fermentation into your secondary, and then let it ferment for a second week. And then you'd also take it when you take it from your secondary fermentation, your carboy, and put it into either a keg or into bottles. These are some of the items that you would need to use to brew your own beer. Hopefully this is a helpful video to you. I've got a couple of more on the way that I'm really excited about, that you should really enjoy. And to really truly be able to enjoy the art of brewing your own beer and sharing it with others is the best thing any guy can do, and gal. This is Patrick, the beer brewer, signing off.